Alright, welcome back. Taking a look at the main.cpp, the way that the client code has been written is if you can envision using a calculator. Now let's open up the Linux calculator here. We'll go to K, and I believe if we go to the K and we go to utilities, we have a calculator. So the way that this is set up is similar to the way a calculator acts naturally. So if we were to do 5 plus 5, and then we did an equal, it's going to equal 10. So if you can envision this, 5, we send 5 has been sent, that's put in the first position of the stack, plus, that's going to be put in the middle section of the stack. Then we push 5 again, and then we're going to send it an equal to get 10. And then the clear function is similar to that. So I'm going to close the kcalc, and let's see if we can play with this a little bit. So we should be able to send one number, an operator, and a number. And I don't think we're going to have any output because we don't have anything printing anything out. So let's just we'll compile it one more time. ./a.out. We'll do 5, enter, plus, enter, 5, enter. Okay, exit. Let's make it give us some output. So we're going to come back into calc. We do kind of have the stack under private. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily give us access to it. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it here in the public. So now when I come here to my main function, I can do something like this. After we do all this, I can do cout stack 0 equals, and this is going to be a dot stack 0. End line. Let's copy this, copy it 2 more times, and we'll do 1, and we'll do 2, and we'll also change those over here. Cool. Save this, go back here, press the up arrow twice, compile it, and go to a.out. So we'll do 5. Alright, now this equals garbage data. So this is going to, we don't initialize them to equal 0, which we should. We'll go back and do that later. But notice how stack position equals 5, and then we'll do plus. Now the middle stack position equals 1, which if we take a look at our code and we go to our plus, if we send a plus, make the middle one equal to 1. So just imagine this saying 5 plus, and now I want to push 5. Notice what happens. This top piece here becomes 10, and then these other 2 pieces are equaling 1 and 5. So they're equaling the old values that they had in before, so we're not actually clearing it, and I don't believe it's that necessary. But, I don't know. We might go back and change that later. So now, the accumulator is 10. And let me just exit real quick. I'm going to go back to my main.cpp. I'm going to also cout number. That's going to equal, that's going to be a.number. This is the accumulator, and L. And I'm also going to cout stack spot, so we can keep an eye on where that is. So we'll do stack spot equals a dot stack underscore spot, end the line. See if this works. Do save, compile it, run it. So we'll do, alright, we'll do another example. We'll do 7. So we have 7 stack is pointing to 1. So it's pointing to this, the number equals 7. And we'll do minus. So now this equals 2, that equals 7. This equals garbage data. And then we'll do 9. So number is -2. 7 minus 9 is -2. So what if we type square root? So if you type square root, what that's going to attempt to do is it's going to attempt to take the square root of whatever is in here. It didn't do anything. And that's because in the square root function we said if it's a negative number, don't do it. But let's just say we did something like this. So now we're pointing at 1, so we're going to send it an operator. So we'll do plus. So now we have -2 and 1, and we'll do plus 50. So now we have 48. Let's find the square root of 48. SQRT. Enter. We get this. So it works. Now let's just run through and let's tighten up a couple of things real fast. One thing I want to make sure that we do is come back here into the constructor and let's do stack 0. Next, we'll practice a for loop real quick. We'll do for int I equals 0 while I is less than 3, I plus plus, and then we'll do stack I equals 0. So now we're going to initialize the stack to equal 0. Let's scroll down here. We'll come into the equal function here, and we're going to add a piece of code. I'm going to add stack 1 equals 0, stack 2 equals 0. So what this should do, and we have to run it I guess just to check it real fast, is every single time it performs the arithmetic it's going to set all the stack positions except for 0 to a sentinel value. And I'm also going to go to my main.cpp and I'm going to clear the screen with every iteration. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put that right there. Save it, run it. Up, up. Alright, ./a.out. That was bad, that was bad. That was bad, I'm sorry about that. That was because of this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pretend like that never happened. Compile it and run it, and here's what we'll get. We'll get 10. So now we got 10, and then we got these two are zeros, plus 10, 1, 0, 10. So we got 20, 0, 0, that equals 20, divided by 2. So now it should equal 10, and it does. SQRT, enter. We get the square root of that. Now let's do clear. Sets everything back to 0. So it appears on a basic level, our calculator is working. We've tested add, subtract, multiply, divide, and we've also tested the square root. Now we can just real quick. I'm gonna do 3 plus 6. So then we get 9. Let's make sure our square root function is actually working. So if we do the square root, we should get 3, and we do. Excellent. Cool. So, I'm sorry, let me do exit. Clear the screen. Cool. So it appears that the class functions that we have written are working pretty well. So why don't we start designing the graphical user interface now?